Hi, welcome back to my channel, Little Lisa Living. If you've seen my non-skier ski vlogs, this is an extension, kind of bonus episode onto that. Now, if you haven't seen that, unfortunately, my mother-in-law who was skiing had an accident and she is now in the hospital in Bourg-Saint-Maurice in that hospital, and we're now on Sunday. We got here last Saturday, so the rest of the group have flown home and me and my husband are still here, just so that she's got people here and to obviously get her home. So we are now staying in the town, which is Bourg-Saint-Maurice at the bottom of the mountain. I'll show you our hotel. So we're staying at Hotel Basecamp Lodge, and ironically we had seen this one before and was planning on exploring it one time. So it's really close to the hospital. It's a 7-minute walk, so that's why we're staying here, and also it's quite reasonable. 3 nights was about £344. But the bad weather is gone now. As you can see, the sun is out. We are greeted with absolutely glorious views today. I'm not sure how much you can see up there, but that up the top is obviously, without stating the obvious, is the mountain. But there's a little rail thing. We might see it as we walk. There's a funicular. So we came on that a couple of nights ago when we were going to the hospital. And that, if you're staying here, will take you up to the mountains. Now, if I seem distracted, whilst the weather is lovely, it is very icy. So I do need to keep an eye on where I'm walking. But it's Sunday, and everything is basically closed on a Sunday. But what I thought I would do is give you a little walk around the town in the sunshine so you can see what is in the town. Also, I will show you I've taken photos of the various bus routes and funiculars and transport up to the mountain, so I will talk you through that if you wanted to stay in the village rather than up in the mountain, because it is significantly cheaper actually to stay down here and take your skis up, or sorry, I'm all tangled. Take the skis up the mountain, or if you're a pedestrian on foot, you just have a few more options down here. So the plan is to give you a little walk around so you can see how pretty it is. And then tomorrow, on Monday, because we will still be here tomorrow, but yeah, I will show you some of the shops and what there is. We went in a Lidl yesterday. Obviously up in the mountains they have got supermarkets, but just the choice down here is so much more. So yeah, I didn't want to be doing a bonus episode for these reasons, but I am here, so I thought I will show you. The other thing is, down in this village you can actually get to a few more activities. So if you are a non-skier, you might prefer to stay down here and head up on foot to the mountains then as well, because it may be like cheaper alternative and just more options on foot. So yeah, I will take you along. But before I do, one last little look of where we are and what's surrounding us. So you still get those mountain views. You can probably see the funicular a bit better here. And it heads up that up that rail, funicular rail, all the way to the top. So it goes to 1600. At 1600 you can then get the various buses which take you over to 1800, 1950 and 2000, and they're all free. The funicular is a cost. If you have a pedestrian pass, it's free and included. For a return trip, I think one a day. On your ski pass it's included, but if you have to pay for it, it's €3 for a single and it's €5 for a return. That is for people ages 13 to 74. If you're 75 and over, everything, all of it is included and free, whether you have a pass or not. And if you are 5 to 12 or 5 to 11, it was slightly cheaper. I know the return was €4. I want to say the single was around €2, but yeah, relatively affordable. to get up there from here. So yeah, we'll go and have a little explore. I'm going to walk to a pretty park because apparently it's very pretty and worth the walk. So we'll see what it's like when we get to the park. Okay, so I've made it down into the town. I've come from up there and I'm stood outside the main train station. So if you're arriving by train, this is where you would come in. There is a tourist office in there, which I will go in a moment just to have a look in there. And yeah, as you greeted, obviously it's Christmas, so they've still got some decorations up. I mean, they must leave them just for the ski season because it is the 11th of Jan now and they're all still up. It may be that we had such awful weather actually that they didn't take them down, but yeah, really pretty. Down here you've got a cafe, you've got loads of ski shops. Like I said, I will have a little walk around. As it is Sunday, nothing is open. But yeah, we'll head into the train station and just have a little look at what it's like. Sorry, I don't even know if I actually said this, but it took from walking from that base camp place, it's a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending on your speed, the weather conditions. It definitely took us 10 minutes, but I'm not walking that fast. Also, it's super icy because obviously snow has just come down. So yeah, I'd say allow 10. We don't have any suitcases with us. But as you can see, it's very popular. Lots of people with their suitcases. And then let's have a little look up here. So at the moment, this is where we're looking at. So it's currently 2 p.m. There's one going to Lyon, then you've got Paris, I think that means via Lyon, at 3:20. There's loads going to Lyon, and then 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, there's loads heading out to Paris. Obviously, if you live in Paris and you want to come down and everything, to ski in the mountains, lots of trains. And this is what the trains look like. There's a couple of the trains. As you can see, don't know how well you can see, but double-decker by the look of it. I know they have those in Germany as well. So yeah, double-decker trains. This may end up being my route home. If it is, obviously, I will let you know. But yeah, looks like a pretty nice train station. And then out the bottom of the train station, where you get on the train, it looks like when you come out, get off the train over there, and then when you come out of the train, it looks like you have got all your taxis and buses here as well. So you've got various different buses going actually. So you could probably come in here, you can get a bus to Val d'Isère, Tignes, I won't pronounce the next one down, but yeah, lots of buses. There's also buses that run around the town. So all the buses are over to the right-hand side. So you probably get a transfer up the mountain there. You've got your bags over there. And then I can't imagine there'll be any buses up to Les Arcs. I think your main route up there is that funicular I showed you, and then the various buses there. So there's a little map over there which shows the town. So I have got that on my phone actually, but I'll go and show you that in a minute. I will also go into the tourist information centre and have a look and see what information they've got in there. So this map here shows the entire town. There's a lot of snow here. I'm going to try and tread in it, see how, yeah, I can make it. So this is a map of the town, but we are here at the moment. So this is a train station. The funicular is here. There is a bridge that links it. I haven't worked out how, but you can easily get from here to the funicular. But there are buses that you can pick up here at the train station, and they go all the way around the town. One of them stops at our hotel. So our hotel is here. That's our base camp one, and this is where where we are currently. So we've walked from number 4 over to the train station. But if you've got luggage and you're staying in the town and you don't really want to drag it up a hill You can just get a bus. It might take a little while, but it goes around the entire town, and I'm sure most hotels are on that route. Or, of course, there's taxi over there. So if you do, I don't know how much a taxi would cost. Yeah, you can obviously just jump in a taxi as well to take you to your hotel. That might be your easier option, but obviously won't be the most reasonable option. Depends on how many of you there are. So this sign here is just outside the train station. So as you can see, there is a cinema. There is like a sports complex. So the cinema is a 12-minute walk from the train station. The sports complex, which looks to have like swimming pool, tennis courts, golf if you're coming in the summer. So that's a 13-minute walk. Then there is a lovely park. It's 14 minutes, and I don't know if we're going to have enough time today. And then, yeah, tourist information. So the park I was referring to is here, and we're up there. So it may be a bit of a walk, but I imagine in the summer this is lovely because I know you can do like whitewater rafting, kayaking, and go out on lots of stuff. So this is probably a really great spot to stay if you do a summer holiday in the mountains as well. So we've just wandered down from the train station. So from the train station is up there. We've just wandered down. There are lots of restaurants along here. This is a hotel actually. This is like the river must be close by. Oh no, it must run underneath. Yeah. Lots of restaurants, and we've actually reserved a table tonight for the two of us at 7 o'clock. I don't know this one here you've got. I'm not sure what that is. That's next door, but we're having some sushi because had a lot of rich French food, lots of cheese, lots of wine, and we just felt this was we've had a lot of pizza as well and pasta, so bit more on the lighter, healthy side. But just if you love sushi, there is a sushi restaurant, and then you've got quite a few other bars and restaurants down here. Just take you for a little wander. Beautiful mountain views. So again, this looks like your typical French restaurant. Lots of like beef, carpaccio, lasagnas, all sorts actually. Is it French or is it Italian? Who knows? Bit of a mix. Another pizza place here. Just take you along. Get some burgers in there. That looks like more of a quick service. Here we go. Here's some of the menus for these places. So yeah, pizzas, salads, omelettes, all sorts of stuff. And then obviously some of these little places up here, people do live in the town, but when I was having a look at potential accommodation options, there was lots of them to rent at quite reasonable prices, and not too far from the station. As you can see, lovely coffee place here. I imagine that would be lovely for breakfast. And another restaurant. So yeah, really not short of restaurants. Oh, and see this. So this is a bus line number C. Number C? Sorry. Bus line C. C is not a number, but that is going to the Funicular. So that's one of the routes. So yeah, there are, like I said, 3 bus routes that go around. And actually, it said a 12-minute walk. Now, we have stopped and reserved a table, but I can see in the distance the cinema. So I think that sign, when it says 12 minutes, is a pessimistic time. I don't think it would take you that long if you walk straight there. I think that's more of a 5-minute walk. But yeah, really lovely little town. Yeah. So as I said, this is a strip of restaurants. When I say strip, this is just a small strip. There's like another restaurant over there, Auberge de... my French is terrible, so as I've said before, I don't try and pronounce things, but you can read it for yourself. There's definitely more restaurants down there. There are hotels down there as well. As I've said, all of these are like little apartments and Some of them can be hired and rented and stuff because I saw them on Airbnb. And obviously a much more reasonable price than up in the mountain. So yeah, we're just going to wander along here because there's no snow. Past this cute coffee shop that we saw a minute ago, which I think looks really lovely. Yeah, this one here, Paul's Coffee. And there's other little bits and pieces through there. What is this? Oh, wow. So that pizza thing I said a minute ago, this is actually a pizza vending machine. How cool is that? So you can like order up here 24 hours. 24 hours? Okay. And, oh, okay. Well, they're all sold out right now. Maybe they get restocked later. We'll come and have a look when we have our sushi, but then it just dispenses here. So, yeah, it's quite cool. But if not, there is another pizza. That looks like pizza and fondue. And we are back to where we're coming tonight, to the sushi. I don't know how much this hotel is. I think it came up on one of my options, but it's actually quite a good one in terms of close to the station and centralised to everything. There are a few hills around here to get around. So when we go back to our hotel, we will be going uphill because we came downhill. So it's just something to note in terms of where you're staying. But as I said, they have got the buses as well. So you don't have to walk all of it. So I don't think it would normally be as treacherous, but it is a Sunday and all of this came yesterday. So I do wonder if it will be cleared, a bit more clear tomorrow and the next day. But again, there are more. These are those restaurants I pointed out, and literally just around the corner there is the train station. So yeah, that's another cute bar, coffee shop place you could just sit out and take in those mountain views. And also, so there's your train station, like there's a bus going to Val d'Isère. If I pan over here, there are loads more restaurants all around here. Up through those little streets, I think I saw there were restaurants. So there are a lot of places to eat down here. Oh, and then there's loads of, for the summer, loads of bike trails that you can do. I'm actually quite warm. And this is just a little menu here for this place. I'm not sure how well that's coming out, but it looks like they've got salads. Oh, do you know what? They have a lot of salad choices here. You've got like salmon salad, you've got ham ones, all sorts, chicken. Then you've got burgers, lots of standard like tartiflette and everything. But yeah, very nice. This is line C, which, as I said, is these are one of the free buses. I have got a map of it, which I can show you. Line C doesn't come past our hotel or the hospital. I think we need line A to go past ours. Another restaurant there, so you can get loads of milk in here, but it's also a restaurant. I do keep only seeing bus route C, which is interesting. I wonder where A is. So back at the station now, I can see those a bit clearer this time. So you've got a cafe here. I'm going to go into the tourist information centre now, which I was meant to do before we went for a wander, but I didn't. So let's head over there. I'm going to find out where the park is because I just want to know how to get there. The signs aren't too clear on how we actually walk there on foot. So obviously you wouldn't ski there, but I just thought I'll double check as I am here. So yeah, tourist information office, and I'm sure I'll pick up a few other leaflets of what you can do for a pedestrian. So in here I think you can download this QR code there. I'll show you that if you want to have a look for the cinema. You've also got these, I think, are your ski passes. Yeah, they are. So these are your ski passes here, and you can take one and reload it here. So you would do that for a ski pass or a pedestrian pass as well. So you can get all that in here. Then there's like the funicular hours, little program down here. Here we go, sorry. You can see what's on at the cinema. So you've got the program for the week for the cinema here. Then this is obviously the swimming pool. You've got various bus timetables. Actually, if I hold that on the screen, you can scan a QR code if you want to have a little look at that. And then down here, you've also got the funicular hours on that QR code as well. When you come over here, it shows all the other activities that you can do and how much. There, you've got your ski guides here. This is Deep Nature. This is the spa that we went to in the other vlog. Let's see, what else do they have? We had a lot of these leaflets in our hotel actually, so I will probably just pick them up in here rather than here. But we have seen some of these guides. I never know what it's called. Is it paragliding, sailing? But you can see they're on skis, so I think they obviously ski off the mountain. That's quite adventurous. I don't know if you can do that as a non-skier. Potentially, because down here it looks like you can. So in that tourist information centre, we just picked up a bus timetable for all 3 routes, and we picked up a map, the map I showed you earlier. So if it didn't come out very well, I can just take a photo and insert it. But they were really helpful, showed us where to go to for the park. So we're going to walk to the park, and then there's actually a bus that we can get back from the park or the funicular, and it will stop at the hospital. So we may get that bus just to go on it, and they're all free as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. So we'll take you along to the park. We've come out the train station. We have gone out the back. There's a sign which is literally pointing, and actually that, funny enough, that sign says like 7 minutes or something. So she just said out the back, didn't she, and down. Yeah. But these are all your, oh look, this is where if you're staying at Club Med, that's your Club Med bus. Oh, bless these people. So yeah, there's parking down there. So a little note, if you get a taxi, try and get dropped off at the hill, not down here, if you're allowed, that is. Otherwise you've got a bit of a climb. But I think, by the looks of it, the park is just over there, as is the funicular. So yeah, that was literally not even a few minutes, couple of minutes out the back of the train station, and we're in the park, which is, again, as I said, I imagine they probably clear this if it wasn't a Sunday. but you can see on this map how, whoa, I just sank into the snow. But yeah, there's a skate park here. So, oh, this is the skate park, isn't it? Yeah. It's obviously covered in snow. I'm going to try and get back on the main path and show you this map. But that would probably be nice in the summer. I've just got to watch my footing because it's very uneven. But yeah, so imagine this is where the sort of mountain bike trail ends. Because by the look of this map, I don't know if I can get any closer. Because just to give you an idea, this is what I'm dealing with. But this is a really nice mountain bike, and we're just where that red dot is there. So there's mountain bike trails that go all the way up, road bike, up the mountain. But we'll have a little wander through this park. There's basketball. There's an actual play park over there if you've got kids. Obviously not in the winter, for the summer that is. But yeah, even if you were coming on a summer mountain holiday, it looks like there's a lot to do down here. It's really pretty. And the funicular is right in front of us. So we're walking, I think we're walking to the funicular, and then that's where we're going to get the bus from. Overall, a very cute little park. I mean, it's not little, it's actually huge. When I show you on the map, it goes for ages, and there's a lake. It's just quite difficult to see the size of it when it's just snow for miles. Basically, it's sort of covering everything. So, I'm not sure if you can see in the distance, but that's a little funicular that has just disappeared. I'll probably get the one on the way back coming down. But we've just been walking through the park along this little path to the funicular station. So actually a really lovely walk. It's not too cold either. Not even got my jacket done up. It's actually really warm in the sunshine, but it's really lovely down here. We've got really pretty views. I think it's like a little river. There you go, a little stream flowing over. And yeah, seems a nice popular little walking route here. I think that's a funicular station over there. To the right hand side there's a car park there. So if you're going up into the mountains and you've got a car, you have got a parking station down at the bottom. If you didn't want to go up the mountain, you can get the funicular. Look at that. Maybe she's training for a biathlon in the Olympics. There's a guy coming as well. I'm just going to film him coming past. But an alternative to walking. I reckon I could get on board with doing that. Can you see the back of his feet? The boots like flick out, so you've got a bit more movement than like if you're on a normal ski boot or normal skis. I think that's what it looks like people have done. I think by the looks of it there are tracks here, people tracks, so I think this is how we get to the funicular. Yeah, it's very icy, so I'm just going to pop you away in my bag so I don't fall over. So we've made it to the funicular station. There is the little one pulling in now. As I was saying, there's a funicular just pulling in here, so you can probably get a much better view of it from here actually as it goes off up the mountain. So it pulls in here. These turnstiles is where you get on, you just scan your ski pass or you can buy a ticket. There are, I'm not sure where they are, but at the top there are expressways to purchase that one-off ticket or return trip. And goes all the way up, right up to the top where you see the tip of that mountain. There's a building behind that. But when you get off the funicular, there's like a bar club here. Bar club? No, just like a bar. You've got ski lockers as well. So if you don't want to carry your skis around if you are skiing, you can rent your skis there. So yeah, you can get all your skis there. You can leave your bikes down here as well. And then the other night, what we didn't realise is, so there's a bridge that takes you to the train station, and you have to walk up these stairs over here, which says like train access, buses, toilets, and you have these stairs. What we didn't see, there are a lot of people coming down from the mountains, as you can see, so it's very, very common for people to stay down here. But there is also lifts. So if you walk, they're the stairs. If you walk past the stairs, there are lifts to get you up on that walkway. And actually, we walked through the park from the train station. But to get to the town centre, if you didn't want to get a bus, and there is a bus coming very shortly, 15 minutes there's a bus coming. So yeah, these are those lifts which take you up here, and you could walk across the train station basically, and into the city. One little tip I would say is that people take no prisoners with the buses. They just pile on. A bus just showed up. We weren't sure if it was ours. No one was waiting there was no system, obviously. We're from the UK. Everyone loves to queue and wait their turn. So everyone just piled on. So if you're waiting for a bus, don't be wandering over anywhere like I was, because you will not get on because everyone just piles in. So little tip, wait at the front. I'm now just waiting here for our bus to guarantee that I get on there and I don't get trampled by people, skiers and snowboarders and people who just want to get on the bus. But yeah, so that is probably like a UK thing. We wait our turn, and it always throws me off when things like that happen. So yeah, note to self, people couldn't care less. So wait here and fight your way on. But we'll see what happens. That could have been our bus, who knows, but definitely wasn't. So that is good. I'm really pleased we didn't miss it because of everyone piling in. But yeah, little note, just fight for yourself, get yourself on that bus. Cool, so this is, I just thought I'd show you the little funicular going off on his journey, just because until the next one arrives, I'm safe of getting trampled from people, basically. So it should be fine. So there he goes. Off up into the mountains, which are just so pretty. Cool, so you're on the bus, and actually from the funicular, if you jump on the bus from the funicular to the train station, it was literally 11, so it's 3 minutes. And now we're back in the town, and there's various stops throughout the town. So they're cute little buses. I did just insert a clip before we got on the bus, but there is the train station over to the left there. There is a bit of a beep going on, so apologies for that. And then this is part of the town, so we will have a little look around. It might be easier for me to show you on the bus, actually. So, as you go through the town, you've got various different things. What can I see? I can see a bank, supermarket, pharmacies, lots of little cafes and restaurants still. Lots of little stops. I'm not sure what one this is. Obviously, as I said before, it is a Sunday. Everything is closed on a Sunday, so that is something to note. If you are arriving, if you are staying down here and arriving on a Saturday, you might want to get some food and preserves in on that Saturday, because you won't be able to get anything on a Sunday. But there are restaurants, I'm sure they're open. We walked past this one the other day on the way back from the hospital. So yeah, there's loads of little stops, depending on where you're staying. So as you can see, people have got snowboards, people next to me have got skis, so they've just come straight off the funicular with their skis and onto the bus. So you can bring your skis on the bus if you are skiing. Another little shop. There's our cute little church. We're not too far from the hospital now, because I know we're not too far from the hospital now, so I'm just going to pop this away. I think we are the next stop. So yeah, I'm just going to pop it away because I think we're the next stop. Hi, so it's now the evening. Last time you would just see me was heading to the hospital on the bus. I'm now in the sushi place here that we came to earlier. So we just need to order. It's quite small in here, so we came in with this table like at lunchtime. So always check the times because it closes. It's only open for a couple of hours this afternoon, and it closes and then reopens at 6. So it's now just gone 7. It's cold still. I've got my hat on. It was quite treacherous walking down from the base camp down, because obviously the temperature has dropped. It's night and it's very icy, so it did take us a little while. We are going to order. We're quite hungry. We didn't have any lunch other than I did eat a whole packet of peanuts, which is probably not good for me, but you know, is what it is. But we're going with like a miso soup to get warmed up, and some gyoza. They've got a teriyaki chicken on there, so with some rice and stuff. So we're going to get teriyaki chicken, and then we're getting like a sushi platter type thing here. So when the food comes, I will show you what we've gone for. But it's quite small in here, so it's a little bit difficult to vlog. So I'm just going to literally show the food and then that'll be it. So this is my little miso soup, and these are the chicken gyozas. I can't speak. Gyozas. So, and then I did get a ginger beer. I only had a litre, so I had a litre. Yeah, that's our starter. So our main has arrived. This is the sushi platter that we've got. Then this is like fried shrimp, like sushi. And then that is the teriyaki chicken. So really excited to get to try all this. Hi, so we're still in France, in Bourg-Saint-Maurice. I haven't shown you any of the town today, so I walked you around the town yesterday. Lots of stuff was closed, but unfortunately it was quite cold. It was quite cold last night and very, very icy and treacherous out there. So the last clip you would have seen was at the sushi place. Our dinner was absolutely lovely, really nice, and I would absolutely recommend that little sushi place. We are heading home tomorrow, so my mother-in-law has got the all clear to head home on Tuesday, so my husband's been sorting flights and everything out, and I've just been doing a little bit of work. We are staying at this place here, so it's called Basecamp Lodge. I will insert a photo of the outside here, so I will insert that. I would go outside, but it's quite cold, so I don't really want to go out. And I'm currently sat in the bar slash restaurant in a little hut. So I'll just show you my view. So this is my view out the window. It was very pretty earlier. I've been doing some editing, and if I just show you, when I say I'm in a little hut, you've got these very cute little like ski huts, and then they look out the window to the funicular. So I'm currently, and actually it's very well themed. What I would say is it's very well themed. Everything is sort of gondola themed. If I show you around here, you've got skis, so you've got skis up against the wall, and like all of the decor is very well themed. Now up there, we'll take you up there shortly, but my belief is there's like some pool tables and other bits and pieces. What this place is it's like a combination of a hotel and a hostel. So it's a hotel and hostel. We are staying in a hotel room, which is, it's nice, it's clean, it's quite basic, just but very nice. Lots of theming like that gondola light, or everything is sort of gondola and ski themed. They have capsule hostel rooms, they've got dorm rooms, they also have some family suites, so if you're a family you can stay in some family suites. So there's a really great mixture of rooms. So we obviously, given our circumstances and situation, needed to find somewhere to stay at short notice. There were a few other options in the town. This place is quite quirky, and we had seen it before. And we've never stayed at the bottom of the mountain, and gone up to the top on the funicular and everything, and for the price and everything, it was kind of on our list of potential places to check out for a cheap ski holiday in the future. So we kind of thought, okay, well, do you know what, let's just try it out now. We paid £344 for 3 nights to stay in a private hotel room, no shared facilities, obviously, just for 2 people. Now, the room is clean and spacious and absolutely adequate for 2 adults to share for a ski holiday. The biggest downside, and the main reason why I will never ever stay here again, is because it is freezing, absolutely freezing cold. The rooms have no thermostat in them. You cannot control the temperature. There is absolutely nothing on the walls. There is a towel rail that you can turn on, but they turn off the towel rail from 9 till 5, because obviously the idea is that people go out skiing, so you won't be in your rooms. But if you are in your rooms like me trying to work, it's freezing. So hence why, this is why I'm sat in the bar trying to do some work. What I will say is the bar is freezing. I'm quite cold right now. I've got 2 layers under this. I've got snow boots on. I'm still quite cold. When we came down for dinner a couple of nights ago, people were sat with hats on, hats and jumpers on. And I, just so you're aware, what I've slept in, well, since I've been staying here, I have slept in my pyjamas. I've put 2 t-shirts, one underneath my pyjamas, one over them. I have then put woolly trousers over my pyjama bottoms. I've worn a gilet and a woolly hat, and that is how I've had to sleep under a quilt to be warm and actually be warm enough to get to sleep. Now, yes, I feel the cold a little bit, but it isn't me. It is cold. I had a look at the reviews, so just as a little FYI, in the summer it has the opposite problem. There are lots of reviews to say there's no aircon and it's sweltering. It is the biggest shame. It's such a shame. It is a great location. The food in the restaurant was amazing. It was really nice food. Actually, I'll insert a couple of photos of a couple of the dishes I had. I had a great pizza the other night. I'll insert that here. Okay, so after me being negative, let's actually just go and have a little wander around the hotel just to show you some of the facilities, because, like I said, it's a real shame. And if you can suck up the cold, this might be the place for you. I imagine it can be lovely. So we will just have a little pan round and have a look up those stairs. But as I said, like I was saying, there are bands and stuff, I think, and live entertainment. I'm just going to peek you out the window here. Some of the snow's cleared now, so it's starting to look quite lovely. But you've got a little gondola over there where you could have a cute Insta TikTok type photo in there if you wished. And that is a terrace, and there's like one of those big fancy chairs that you can sit in. So it's very like Instagrammable. And I think they have like parties out there when it's a bit drier and everything. And then obviously there's a stage there. You've then got, if we go up these stairs, and the reason I think something's up here is just from looking at photos when I was looking online. We'll head up the stairs. Yeah, it's cute. Like you've got like all this artwork, which is very sweet. And there, yeah, I was right. There are games and stuff up here, so there are toilets up here as well. But you've got quite a big open loft space. You've got like a foosball table thing. You've got pool table. You've got darts as well. Let's have a little look. You've got a cute little reading corner. I could have been working up here. So you've got that. And then out here, looks like there's a balcony. As you can see, there's a lot of snow out there. Probably beautiful views when it's not so cold. And I think, by the looks of it over there, they might have some of the suites up there. There are views out. But overall, like a lovely big space. And I think looks like there's a conference room in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I think they do actually hold conferences here as well. So like a big meeting room in here. One thing I'll say is heat rises, but you need heat first to rise, don't you? So it's still just as cold up here as well. I was thinking, I could have worked up here, but no, it's just as cold. And I'm going to turn my camera around and walk past these people. You'll see they're still in their hats and coats. So it's not just me, it is the general view. But as you can see, I'm going to head down the stairs, but these people are still dressed in coats. There are other facilities here as well. So down on our floor, there is a very well equipped gym. They have got ski lockers. Thank you. They've got ski lockers. There are, what else is there? There's laundry. There's a bag storage place. So we were able to store our bags. Like I said, the rest of the experience has honestly been really good. It's just a shame the other stuff. But also, when you come into reception, so you come in, you've actually got all these various different pamphlets which show you, you can pick up all the little bits and pieces that you can do. So obviously my main thing was, what can you do as a non-skier? And I did see this bobsleigh, which I thought looked really good. So that's in the plan. I think you can get a bus to the plan, or you could book that from here and get there. So there are quite a few other bits and pieces you can do. You've got some of the bars. We went up. That bar there was the last drink I had before my ski accident last year, actually. And then also, as you'll see, you can get a massage here, so you can book massages and everything as well. There's lots of stuff, and then also all those maps I was showing you yesterday in the town in terms of the bus timetables. When you come into the reception, which is like this area here, you've got down here they have all of the, sorry, doing a very good job of showing you that. They've got the pieced map, so this is, let's just show you here. So they'll show you, you've got pieced maps for skiing. Then you've got a bus timetable. So I just took a photo of all of these. You've also got the funicular timetable that you could just take a photo of with your phone. You've got the map of the town. And then you also have the bus route along with the timetable as well. So, and the staff have been really friendly and lovely and really helpful. So I asked loads of questions about, how do we get to the hospital, what bus can we get, and what's the quickest way to the train station, and all that sort of stuff. And they were super helpful and really lovely and told us everything. So yeah, it's everything else in this hotel is absolutely fine. But I'm going to head down to back to my room now. So even the lifts, they're quite cool, aren't they? And I say cool. There we go. And then these are all the other things you've got. So you've got like some of the tent rooms, the capsules and everything on -1. I'm on -2, and then the ski room and garages on -3. And then some suites up on that top floor as well. What I will say is the floor, it's of like a very durable floor. So this here is quite hard and very cool as well on your feet. This is the same floor as in your bedrooms. So yeah, I'm downstairs now. I'm going to head to the bedroom, and this has probably been quite a short little bonus vlog, but it's just to show you around the town and all the other bits and pieces you can do down in the town if you decide to stay down there. I really hope you've enjoyed the mini ski series. I've loved bringing you along, and it's despite the obvious and unfortunate things that had happened, overall I had a really great holiday, as did everyone else who we're away with. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like if you have enjoyed the vlog, and you are subscribed for all future things coming up on the channel. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.